Talk about Sophie Cunningham making some comments about WNBA fans, what she believes fans may not have right about WNBA players, and how a lot of fans feel about, I would assume, hard plays, aggressive plays.
The WNBA believed everything was under control. It assumed its top superstar couldn't be moved. But then the new numbers came out, revealed by a legend, showing that Caitlin Clark leaving isn't just a rumor, it's a financial reality. A clear message has surfaced, and it can't be ignored. This isn't about loyalty anymore. It's about massive money that could change women's basketball for good, and it's now obvious the WNBA may not be able to keep her. Sophie Cunningham's recent heated remarks have only highlighted how unstable things have become, adding more pressure to a situation where major players might start searching for a way out.
Last year had volunteered to join the Fever as Caitlin Clark's enforcer. And that's Angel McCoughtry. She played in the league forever. She's 39 years old now. And really good player. I mean, a 6-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ. Averaged 18.6 points a game in her career. And she makes some comments about Project B that's very interesting. And I think she's saying the quiet part out loud, that some players may forego the...
A major shakeup is coming from a mysterious group known as Project B, set to completely upend women's pro basketball. This isn't a typical new league. It's a financial shockwave, offering money far beyond anything the WNBA has ever put on the table. No slow pay bumps, no drawn-out deals. Project B is going all out, hoping to pull in top talent with unheard-of payouts. Its arrival could spark a wave of departures, with players chasing life-changing earnings. And it all begins with the sport's biggest and most profitable names.
NBA, not unrivaled, the W, in order to play in this new league. She also squashes the myth about, players have talked about, I want to be able to stay in the States. I don't want to go overseas, blah, blah, blah. She says that's kind of BS. That sounds like a negotiating tactic is what it is. So, Sophie Cunningham, let's check this out.
I'm not just speaking for myself. I think I'm speaking on behalf of probably the whole league, that when people see us competing and trying to fight to do anything it takes to win, because this is a...
Former WNBA star and respected veteran Angel McCoughtry didn't just suggest this was happening. She spelled out the facts with complete honesty. What she shared delivers a major hit to the WNBA's usual message, showing the tough financial choices players face when deciding where to compete. McCoughtry, who even offered to stand up for Caitlin Clark last season, speaks from real experience, having lived through the league's financial limits throughout her long career. She removes the filter, revealing the huge gap between what players make now and what's being offered to them elsewhere for the future.
Sophie Cunningham, let's check this out.
I'm not just speaking for myself. I think I'm speaking on behalf of probably the whole league, that when people see us competing and trying to fight to do anything it takes to win, because this is a hard league, that they automatically think that's what you're like off the court. People need to get to know us players more, and I think if they do, they fall in love with us. And so not judging the competitive side of us compared to our off-court.
Just wondering, do fans do that? Because I don't. I never one time have I seen somebody's play and been like, they must be real nasty off the court. They must be...
The difference in pay is almost unbelievable. Look at the WNBA's top contract. Just $90,000 for the highest level players, an amount that barely makes a dent in the wider sports world. Now compare that to Project B's starting salary, an incredible $2 million. This isn't a small raise. It's a massive jump, nearly 22 times more for someone who might barely see the court. That single number shows how far behind the WNBA is, making loyalty look unrealistic for athletes whose careers don't last long.
What else does the player got going on off the court? Do they take basketball seriously, or do they want to be a celebrity influencer? Well, you know what I'm talking about, right? So, I thought that was interesting and that you guys would want to see that. Let's go over here. This is the Good Follow podcast. Hell, go subscribe. It looks like it's relatively new. The lady on the left is Angel McCoughtry. Like I said, we're talking about a real force in the league. 5-time All-Star, 2-time.
The benefits go beyond just salaries. Project B adds something you rarely see in major leagues: equity. Players aren't only collecting a paycheck. They're receiving actual ownership. It gives them a chance to hold a share in a league that could grow massively in the future. This modern setup turns athletes into true partners, connecting their long-term earnings with the league's success. For players who want long-lasting wealth that traditional WNBA deals can't match, it's a hard offer to turn down.
And how that's going to... She gives you a perspective of how players are going to look at this money, and you can tell from her reaction, it's like, whoa, that's a whole different level of cash we're talking about.
The max was $90,000.
I mean, even just say, like, you haven't been playing in the league for, what, 1-2 years or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's just even talk now. You're a current
Okay, I'm a current player.
These players are making max $250.
Now I'm making $250, then $90. And let's see, $5 million, $2 million. I mean, guys, you do the math. Who's going to turn that down? Then I have a chance to have equity in the...
McCoughtry didn't hold back and asked the question everyone is thinking. If someone can make $5 million, why would they risk their body playing in the WNBA? This isn't just a dramatic statement. It hits directly at the core of what the WNBA is offering. Why deal with the tough travel, the physical wear and tear, and the much lower pay when another option provides far more financial stability? Her straightforward point pushes every WNBA player, especially the big names, to rethink what truly matters for their future.
Then 90. And let's see, $5 million, $2 million. I mean, guys, you do the math. Who's going to turn that down? Then I have a chance to have equity in this league, and this league could possibly grow. I mean, Project B, aka Project B, let's get it.
Yeah.
You know,
feels like common sense almost.
It feels like it is common sense. I mean, honestly, I see a lot of girls. If you're going to get paid $5 million, why put your body through playing in the WNBA? Is that that's what I see coming?
Well, here's the another aspect of this too. I thought the whole trend and point of some of these new leagues popping up was that the trend was going, players wanted to stay home in the U.S. And so that's an advantage that, like,
Adding to the reality check, McCoughtry completely breaks the long-standing idea that WNBA players mainly want to stay in the United States. For years, people have pushed the narrative that players prefer being close to home, making leagues like Unrivaled seem more appealing. But McCoughtry calls that out as false. She explains that this so-called preference is mostly a bargaining tactic, a story used during negotiations that ignores what players actually want: life-changing income. The real truth is simple. Players are willing to travel, and they'll go wherever they need to if the money is worth it.
You're fixing to see a lot of surprising names, I have a feeling, sign up for this league because they think the W's going to $850 or $1 million. Okay, well, what do you think they would pay Asia Wilson? $8 million, $10 million a year, so 8 to 10 times more than they're paying now. Caitlin Clark, $15 million, $20 million, $25 million. I mean, I don't know. People seem to get offended when I bring that. Why?
McCoughtry speaks from real experience, sharing how some of her best years came while playing overseas in places like Istanbul, Turkey. She talks about the amazing food, the culture, and the nightlife that often went on until early morning, followed by breakfast on off days. For her, this wasn't a downgrade. It was a better way of living. Playing in Europe, Asia, or even Africa, mixing high-level basketball with travel and huge salaries, isn't a burden at all. It's the dream. Her perspective completely changes how people view the overseas route. Coming from a respected WNBA veteran, it destroys the story pushed by current players and league leaders. The idea that players stay home just because they want to is shown to be untrue. As McCoughtry makes clear, the amount of money on the table is what truly decides everything. It's no longer about location. It's about what you're paid to be there. The WNBA's ability to rely on players choosing the United States disappears when compared to Project B's financial power. And the gap in money isn't only between the WNBA and Project B. It even makes new U.S. options like Unrivaled look tiny. Unrivaled offers roughly $250,000. Project B starts at $2 million, nearly 9 times more. A player could make the same amount as 9 full seasons in Unrivaled or many WNBA max seasons in just 1 year with Project B. The enormous investment behind this new league creates a shift so big that smaller leagues cannot compete for elite players. When a role player at the end of the bench can earn at least $2 million, the possibilities for true superstars are incredible. This raises a serious question. How can the WNBA keep its talent if every player, even non-stars, can secure life-changing money elsewhere? If the league loses too many players, it will lose the excitement and star power that fans come to see. Without major changes, this could lead to a slow collapse. Now let's look at the real headline makers. If an average player can get $2 million, what could the biggest names earn? McCautry believes someone like Aya Wilson could make $8 million, maybe even $10 million, from Project B. That's not just a raise. That's 8 to 10 times her current WNBA income. Numbers like these force players and agents to rethink every part of their careers. Then there's Caitlin Clark, the most influential player in women's basketball right now. Her impact on the WNBA is massive. McCautry's estimates for Clark reach a whole different level. $15 million, $20 million, even $25 million per year. These numbers aren't exaggerations. They show a kind of financial opportunity that could completely reshape her future in ways the WNBA simply cannot match right now. Losing a star of her size would hit the WNBA hard. To show how huge this is, compare it to her major Nike deal. If Project B paid her around $20 million yearly, she could double what she expects from Nike in about 3 years of playing. That kind of financial security, earned directly through basketball, has never been seen before. It exposes the WNBA's biggest issue. It cannot provide the same long-term stability or wealth for its top stars, pushing them to seriously look at other options. The argument made by players like Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart, that staying in the U.S. is the main appeal of Unrivaled, falls apart under McCautry's honest comments. She confirms what many already suspected. It isn't about staying home. It's about the paycheck. The idea that players would turn down millions to play domestically when overseas choices offer great money and great experiences is no longer believable. It's a story used to hide the financial problems inside the league. On top of the money concerns, another problem adds pressure to the WNBA. Sophie Cunningham's comments about fans created major frustration. She suggested fans judge players unfairly based only on how they act during intense moments on the court, without understanding who they truly are off it. While her point was meant to defend players, the way she framed it came across as blaming the fans, causing backlash. It showed a growing disconnect between players and the people who support the league, something the WNBA cannot afford right now. Cunningham's message was that fans confuse on-court aggression with personal character. She believes that if supporters really knew the players, they would appreciate them more. But she does admit there's a difference between playing hard and playing dirty. When someone crosses into dirty behavior, that does reflect on their character. This distinction matters, but her earlier comments made many fans feel dismissed. And when spectators already have concerns about the league, this kind of tension only makes things worse. The debate about what counts as aggressive play versus genuinely unsportsmanlike behavior is exactly what causes frustration for fans. While Sophie may think people misunderstand intensity, many viewers can clearly tell the difference between competitive effort and dirty actions. Her comments risk dismissing real fan concerns instead of building a stronger relationship with the audience. All of these issues together, Project B's massive financial pull, the collapse of the stay-home belief, and player-fan conflicts, create a situation the WNBA has never faced. Leaving the league for huge overseas or Project B contracts becomes not just an option, but the most logical choice for many players, especially the stars. The WNBA is now fighting battles on several sides, with its top talent potentially heading elsewhere. The league is facing a serious turning point. Can it raise salaries, fix internal issues, and keep its biggest names? Or will the promise of multi-million-dollar deals and global travel pull players away, leaving the league weakened and struggling to survive? The possible departure of players like Caitlin Clark, driven by overwhelming financial reasons, doesn't feel like a distant outcome. It feels close, and it could redefine women's basketball forever.